Welcome to TMZ Live. We have been looking at the alleged ransom note for Nancy Guthrie over and over and over. And when you really pick it apart, there is a clue as to where Nancy Guthrie might be in a very wide area, but at least it's a centralized area.
Central area. And this, as the clock is now ticking, really, for law enforcement after the passage of the first deadline, which was Thursday at 5 p.m., and now they're facing the Monday deadline, where the consequences, the stakes have been raised considerably. So this is a critical time for law enforcement.
So where is Nancy Guthrie if this ransom note is legit?
By the way, I think there's been plenty of reason now and evidence that law enforcement and the family are treating it as if it is legit.
Right.
Right.
I agree. The note references, obviously, demand for payment. Once payment is made, there is a time reference on how quickly Nancy will be returned.
And they say return to Tucson.
Return to Tucson. And when they say return to Tucson, you look at that time period. And you have to imagine, if they're saying it will be within a certain period of time, you look at how would they get her back? Well, they would clearly get her back by driving.
By driving. They're not getting on a plane with Nancy Guthrie because obviously they're going to be IDs shown. And even if they were flying in a private plane, they would have to log a flight plan. They're not going to do that. They're driving.
And so when they drive, they're not going to drive over the speed limit, because if they get stopped, the game is over for them. That obviously, if Nancy is in the car, they are going to, the police are going to know immediately. So they would probably drive around the speed limit, let's say 60 miles an hour. We have now looked at a 60-mile-an-hour radius, given the time frame that is in that letter, and you use Tucson as the central point. And here's what we have. So this is Tucson, and this is the radius of the 60 miles an hour over the amount of time that they say they would get Nancy back by to Tucson. So it incorporates a lot of states. It incorporates Arizona, California, Nevada, Vermont, Idaho, Wyoming.
Keep doing that. Utah.
I'm sorry.
You keep saying that. I know you're looking and you're seeing it as a V.
I apologize. Utah, Colorado, New Mexico, even Mexico, Texas, a slice of Kansas, and a slice of Oklahoma. So, that's a lot, but it's not anywhere in the country or even outside of the country, except for Mexico. And I doubt Mexico doesn't make sense because you don't want to go across the border.
They're not going to cross the border.
No. Yeah. So it's really here. And at least that's something. And, they have now put out a $50,000 reward for information leading to the return of Nancy. So at least,
I guess
you can look at this area and say, this is where people should be particularly vigilant.
Right, because when you're watching the news conference, wherever you are, you may be thinking, well, I'm nowhere near that. There's nothing I'm looking out for. But it's not just people in Arizona, certainly not just people in Tucson, but there are several states where you should be on the lookout for something. And it was very clear from the tone of that news conference, they need help. They want more tips from the public because they need something to point them in the direction of the abductors. And it doesn't seem, at least they're not letting on, that they have anything like that now.
Right. So this is just surmise. This is opinion based on what we've seen in the ransom note and just generally. Yeah. So a lot of people are wondering, if this ransom note is legit, did the person just think, my God, there's Savannah Guthrie on TV. She's rich, she's famous. I'm going to find her mother.
Her mom is. Yeah.
Or is it somebody who lives in the Tucson area and knows that Nancy lives there and knows who Nancy's famous daughter is and hatched a plan? Right. And the reason that makes more sense to me is that you look at who got the ransom notes. And it's TMZ, which is national, but then two local television stations in Tucson.
Stations that you would imagine that whoever they are, they are aware of those stations. That's why they sent them to those stations.
Right.
If you were just going to send it to national outlets, all right, sure, you'd send it to TMZ, but then you would send it to other national outlets. The fact that it's just those 3 outlets leads me, I agree with you. It seems like whoever we're dealing with here is someone in that area, in the Tucson area.
Yeah, and and one more thing. People have been asking, what is the nature of this letter? I mean, does it sound like it's written just by a crazy person, or does it sound like somebody who has their faculties and is just evil? And I will say that, and you would disagree if you want, but the letter is well structured. It is well written.
It's pretty straightforward. Also, it's not very verbose, and it gets to the point.
Right to the point.
Right to the point. It is clear what their demands are. It is clear what they are willing to do and what they're not willing to do. And I think that is the frustration that the family certainly, and we saw Savannah's brother posting a video last night, or Savannah posted it right at the time of the deadline,
right,
with her brother again saying, we want direct contact with you. And to this point, the abductors have not done that.
And said in the letter that there will be no further contact. We will see if they change their opinion. But the point I wanted to make about the letter is, my sense is this is an intelligent person. Because when you look at the way that letter is written, grammatically it's correct,
right,
no spelling errors, it is structured and layered. So right, it just has the markings of somebody who seems somewhat intelligent.
Yeah. I'm PJ, I'm from Wisconsin, and what really worries me about this situation is how misinformation can spread online like wildfire. I mean, it's all too easy for bad actors to use tools like AI to generate potentially a fake ransom note or generate a video that makes it seem like her mother is still alive. And it just makes it much more difficult because they're injecting so much confusion into the situation.
Yeah, you're right. Technology is definitely another layer to this, not only because of the Bitcoin, which won't be traceable, but you're right. The use of deep fakes and AI and all that is a big challenge for law enforcement. Well, Luigi Mangione apparently has been studying law while he is behind bars awaiting his trial, or at least seems to think he understands the law, because he had a hearing today, and while he was in court, more than once, he made it clear that he feels that
this is not the video of him in court today.
This is
today, shortly after his arrest,
right,
so you know. But there, he did blurt out something.
He did blurt out something there. What did he say that day?
He was screaming about, I think, the insurance companies or something.
Right.
But he blurted out again today.
Today, he was, at first said it to his lawyers and then said it out to the court. He believes that he is facing double jeopardy here because he is charged federally and also in New York State. Today's hearing, I believe, was about New York State wanting to get their case heard before the federal case.
Yeah, they're jockeying on this one.
Right.
Who gets to try him first?
And Luigi turned to his attorney once and said, this is clearly double jeopardy. And then when he was being let out of court, reportedly yelled out so that reporters and anyone else in court could hear. And he said, 1 + 1 is 2. Common sense tells you this is double jeopardy.
So on the surface, you kind of understand what he's thinking, but it's not. And the best example I can give you, a case that I covered, the 4 officers with Rodney King, where they were found not guilty in state court, and then they were tried for civil rights violations. The same thing, really. In federal court, 2 of them were convicted.
Yeah, the whole thing is 2 totally different charges, right? In federal court, Luigi Mangione is being charged on these interstate stalking charges. He's not being charged with murder. It's not a federal crime. Murder is not a federal crime. You have to overlay it with something. In the Rodney King case, they were acquitted on the state law charges of abuse of power and battery. Federal, it was a violation of his civil rights. That's a federal crime. So they're 2 totally separate crimes. I know they're all related to the same act, but it's 2 totally separate crimes. One he's being charged, one is a federal crime, and then there's a state crime.
Now, the federal crime is interesting because the federal crime is stalking.
Yeah.
And stalking, you would think that's like a 3 or 4 or 5 year sentence. Well, in state courts, it often is. It is life in prison. That's the maximum.
Because there's all these exacerbating factors of the use of a firearm, deadly weapon, the whole thing, and actually causing great bodily injury.
That's right.
And so that elevates it. But it's just technically
But
a legal
murder,
matter.
but not murder.
It's not murder.
It is murder
Technically,
in state
correct.
court.
Technically, it's a legal matter. There are two totally separate crimes that he's being charged with in federal and state court.
Hi, it's me, Moses, at Moses Like God from New York. I think they're saying if they delay the trial, that'll get a more fair chance at court. And personally, I think everyone deserves a fair chance at court, and it's our basic American right. So I think if that's the case, they should delay the trial.
I got to tell you something. This whole thing about delaying a trial because there's too much publicity. I've been in that rodeo. O.J. Simpson got more publicity than any other criminal defendant, and he was found not guilty.
Right.
So there.
Coming up.
We are all used to the president posting all sorts of memes and things. He crossed the line, clearly beyond racist image. There are people who think the president was well within his rights to do this and that it wasn't racist.
I think it's racist just to assume that apparently black people own looking like monkeys.
Be right back.
We are all used to the president posting all sorts of memes and things on his Truth Social account. This morning, a lot of people, regardless of your political affiliation, feel he crossed the line with a video he posted that starts out, at least. Now, he reposted this. Someone else created this. It starts out with a retelling of the battle over the voting in Georgia. Of course, you know that the president thinks that the election was stolen, blah, 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 all that. But it ends with that horrifying image and clearly beyond racist image of President Obama and Michelle Obama with their heads on gorillas' bodies.
Now, what's interesting is that the press secretary, Caroline Leavitt, came out with her explanation of this, which is pretty stunning.
It is really stunning. She said, this is from an internet meme video depicting President Trump as the king of the jungle and Democrats as characters from The Lion King. Please stop the fake outrage and report on something today that actually matters to the American public.
So we're going to talk now about Epstein.
Yeah, let's do that. By the way, and despite the fact that Caroline Leavitt had that response to it, which is absurd, the president has now taken down this video. So
that says something.
That kind of says something. She jumps out and says it's nothing, and then obviously somebody feels it's something because they took it down. Now, there are people who think the president was just well within his rights to do this and that it wasn't racist. Among them, our guest, Tommy Sotomayor. He is a radio and internet talk show host and a conservative political commentator. Tommy, welcome to TMZ Live.
Thank you guys for having me.
So I generally don't ask questions this way, but I just have to because to me, it's so obvious. Explain to me how this is not racist.
Well, first off, I think it's racist just to assume that apparently black people own looking like monkeys. Apparently, we're just supposed to own it. So if someone says we look like a monkey or that they put us on a monkey body or like what they did with the advertisement where the black kid had a monkey outfit, uniform on, just like the white kids did, it's somehow racist. So blacks should view themselves as monkeys. And anytime someone calls us that or puts us on the head of a figure, that we're supposed to be immediately outraged that this person is doing this. And let me explain to you.
Tommy, I'm sorry, I can't just let that go without asking you something. Have you learned anything or studied history in this country around slavery and the depictions of black people in this country during slavery?
No, I have. Yes, sir.
Okay, and you know that was a common thing to equate black people to apes or monkeys. And usually it was a reference to they came from Africa, so they must be apes and monkeys. Are you aware of that?
Yeah, well, the idea of they came from Africa, there's a lot of animals that came from Africa. As a matter of fact, all of the ones that were depicted in the video, you guys didn't show the whole video.
Come on,
Biden
man.
was also a monkey. Well, Biden was a monkey in the video too, so why aren't we outraged?
Well, because he's white.
So every other animal that's depicting other people, it's fine that we do that to them. What I'm trying to say is, as a black person, I refuse to believe that every time I see a depiction of a monkey and a white person doing it, I'm supposed to be outraged and automatically just upset. So I'm just agreeing that this is the depiction of me and my people.
Let me just ask you, though, forgetting about how you feel, whether you're outraged or not outraged, you know, this seems conventionally racist. And I'm just wondering, you know, it's so ride or die with certain people in Trump's camp that can't you bend the knee on one issue and still be a Trump supporter? Isn't this just one too far?
Oh, no, listen, I am one, if you watch my show, I criticize him as well. I think the people who support someone the most should be the ones that are most critical of them. Just like if I'm black, I should be more critical of blacks than I am of whites because I would know more about them. So I'm critical about him, but I'm also leery of fake outrage. Should he have posted this as a president? I think 100% not. There's a lot of things that he does as a president that
We
are
agree on that.
unprecedented.
Okay, we found some common ground. I just, to Harvey's point that, you know, we see a lot of times that people are just ride or die for their candidate, for their side, and they're going to defend everything the Democrats do. They're going to defend everything that Trump does. And why can't you just look at an individual issue and say, this is wrong? And I heard you say that he shouldn't have posted that, and I agree. But to his point, I mean, even Tim Scott, Senator Tim Scott, who we would say is a ride or die for Trump, right? He said, this is the most racist thing I've seen out of this White House, and said it should be taken down, which thankfully the president has taken it down. So I guess we saw Tim Scott be able to say this is wrong, and I'm not sure why you can't say this was wrong.
Well, first off, again, when they use the word racist versus wrong, they're two different things. When I hear the word of racist, I'm supposed to just be a frayed Klan member. And you have to understand, I've been black my whole life. And unlike you, I've been
that makes two of us.
That's what I was going to say, but unlike you.
So now we're going to do colorism?
I was going to say, but
now we're going to do colorism?
I've been dark.
Okay.
But unlike you, wait a minute. But unlike you, I've been dark skinned my whole life.
Okay.
And you know what I've been told? You know what I've been told by black folks? That same monkey, crispy, blackie, midnight, smokes, and all these words are supposedly okay that black people use against their own people. Now, I ask you this question. Why is it that the same with the N-word, black people swear up and down that they took the power back? But if they took the power back, why is it that as soon as someone says it that's not black, they
well, that's what it means when they say they took it back. Like that when people say that, I'm not espousing this, but when black people say that, what they're saying is we can use it. Now, if someone who is not black uses it, yeah, they're going to be offended about it still.
Now, why can we use it? Tell them why we can use it still.
This is not the issue.
We're getting off point.
Look,
we're getting off the point. I'll even give you
the point, Tommy.
I will button your point, but then get back to the point. In the gay community, they supposedly, you know, the word queer has been taken back. Personally, you know, as a gay man, I don't like it still.
Thank you.
Just the way the N-word is controversial even among black people, I think you could say even among LGBTQ people, the word queer is controversial.
And there are a lot of those words for every group.
But this is not that. This is not, you know, what you're allowed to say among your own people. This is just overtly a trope, which is a racist trope.
A racist trope. It's
So
okay to use the word
skip all the
racist. It's
other-
okay to use the word racist, Tommy.
So are we going to skip all the other animals that were being depicted in there of all the other people? So it's okay to do this to every other person, including Joe Biden being the same monkey. It's okay.
Oh, look, people call people a pig, you know, and that's okay. It's not racist. So it's not about animals. It's about a specific thing. It's not about old MacDonald had a farm. It's about racism.
It's about a specific historic trope.
I hear you. So I'm going to leave you guys with this part then to think about this.
All right.
When I'm trying to insult anyone, I play the dozens in the South. When you're trying to insult someone, you go towards things that they don't like. I don't agree with the fact that we can say, well, we can diss these people and that diss is okay. But that diss is a diss too far. Because when we diss this man and we call him an orange orangutan, but that's okay for us to call him that because he's supposed to be able to accept it. I think insults either need to stop or be accepted all the way around. There's no way for me to tell you, you should have a governor on what you say to me, but I don't have a governor of what I say to you.
Fair, but he is kind of orange.
You're trying to get me kicked out of the White House invitation.
All right, Tommy. We're gonna have Senator Scott give you a call. Thank you for being with us,
Thanks,
man. Appreciate
Tommy.
it.
Thank you, guys.
Coming up.
You know, this whole drama over the mom group, Ashley Tisdale versus Mandy Moore, Hillary Duff, and Meghan Trainor. And Kaylee Cuoco is team Mandy Hillary.
If you don't like being part of a group, just leave, baby.
Be right back.
TMZ's got every freaking thing. Big celebs, big stories, big events.
Phoebe Rexha was looking hot on vacation.
Look at the water, too. Did you just say look at the water?
I mean, I'll be honest. That is what I was looking at.
TMZ.
So we have some breaking news that has just come into the newsroom about Lil Jon. We had told you earlier this week that his son, who's also a DJ himself, DJ goes on the name DJ Young Slade, he had walked out of his home and they had been searching for him. He was, reported as a missing person, and now police believe they've made a really tragic discovery in the Atlanta area. Devin.
Yeah, so
what are
the Milton
Atlanta
Police Department are the ones who have been investigating this. So he left on Tuesday. They said they had recently expanded their search, and this morning they were checking a pond near where he lives, and they discovered a body. Honestly, I think it was about an hour ago. Took it out of the pond. All the police are saying is that they do believe that this is him. The only thing that's pending is the coroner is going to come in and ultimately...
Yeah, but there's clearly a reason the police are saying
this. Yes, the police believe
that
this is his body.
And he disappeared when?
How?
He disappeared on Tuesday, and it's really close to the residence that he was living in.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
And so they like I said, they brought divers out. There were dogs out there this morning, and obviously taped off the whole scene. But
wow, condolences
sad.
to Lil Jon and his family. He's a great guy. Oh,
Yeah.
God. Okay.
Not a lot of great news so far this week.
No. Okay, we're going to change gears because you know this whole drama over the mom group. So it is Ashley Tisdale versus Mandy Moore, Hillary Duff, and Meghan Trainor. And Kaylee Cuoco is team Mandy Hillary.
Why don't you hear what she had to say? She was on Watch What Happens Live, and of course, they had to bring this up. Here's what Kaylee told Andy.
Kaylee, Lauren B. said, since you have a mom group of your own, what did you think about the whole mom group drama in L.A.?
I mean, if you don't like being part of a group, just leave, baby.
Right, just leave the group.
I think we have to talk about it.
Yeah. Essay about it.
We don't have to.
Right, Substack.
Just leave.
There you go. Keep on going.
Find a new group.
How do you find a new group? Well, I mean, how do you? It's like you put an ad.
I'm the wrong person to ask.
No,
I don't know how that works.
I don't know how these women in their 30s, 40s are making new friends in the first place. I'm like, I guess you have this common,
the kids force you to,
moms,
right?
yeah.
The kids force you to, and that's how the mom groups
Yeah.
But if you're
how do you move to another one?
But especially, is Ashley Tisdale kind of tainted now?
In mom groups?
In mom groups.
Yeah,
can she actually move to another mom group, or are they
That's
all
what I mean.
buzzing about this?
It's like, she's the one. It's that one over
You're
there.
the problem, yeah.
I don't know how it works,
But I couldn't say it better myself. I mean, she's like, just leave. You don't have to write a whole freaking essay about
But you know
it.
how this goes. Listen, and Kaylee, I get what she's saying.
Yeah.
But she also knows how the game is played. Ashley was sitting down to do an interview, not about that, obviously, probably to promote something, and you have to have a story that you're telling. Kaylee had a story, I'm sure, when she went on Watch What Happens Live that she was gonna tell, right? Everyone has to have a story. I guess her point is Ashley should have chosen a different story.
Hi, I'm Brianna, and I'm from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I just have to say, I never thought in this stage of my life the reason I would see so many of my favorite childhood TV actresses trending again would be over drama about playdates and juice boxes. I'm not a mom, so I'm not in tune to the inner workings of mom groups and their toxicity, but I did agree with what Kaylee said about leaving and moving on, because when I read what Ashley said, I was like, why stay until it just affects you? That said, I do think she should continue to talk about it because it's interesting. I'm locked in, and I just want to see how it all plays out.
Coming up.
TMZ DC is uncovering a lot about your elected officials.
It's new. We've just launched it, and it has been unbelievable this week.
I try to be a humble guy, but we have been the toast of the town. Since we've been here.
Be right back.
Welcome back to TMZ Live. TMZ DC is uncovering a lot about your elected officials.
It's new. We've just launched it, and it has been unbelievable this week. Unbelievable.
We have learned so much about the representatives that you have elected that you don't know. Things that happen in DC, the way that they interact.
The way they interact, the crap they talk on each other.
Right. We're not talking about on the floor of Congress.
It's not about
during
politics.
hearings. It's not that. No.
It is so much fun. We're asking them about pop culture things. We had Jasmine Crockett earlier in the week, just going off on Nicki Minaj.
Yep.
And we talked to Eric Swalwell about
the gym and what's going on there.
That the Republicans talk crap about Donald Trump in the House gym. And it's caused this whole Twitter war between Swalwell and some of the Republicans. So I don't know, it's just been...
If it's starting to feel a little high schoolish, well, one congresswoman says there's a reason for that.
It is.
U.S. Representative Sara Jacobs, she is from California, ran into her yesterday on the Hill, and this is what she had to say about that... Are they mean girls? Mean girls and mean guys?
Oh,
mean girls and mean guys.
She quotes from them.
Do you have assigned seating at the Capitol?
Okay, so we don't have assigned seating, but Congress is basically high school. Then you join clubs, that's how you know who your friends are. And then on the House floor, there's no assigned seating, but like there is. And if you sit in the wrong spot, like literally today I had to tell one of our new members, you can't sit with us because he sat in a seat that was taken by somebody else.
Because it's kind of like a clique.
There are so many cliques here, yeah. So we have like Pennsylvania Corner, that's like the old white moderate guys. And then you've got California Row. You've got the Congressional Black Caucus area. And then like the sort of like super mods sit right in the middle, right where like the Republicans also sit to like show that they're center.
And then she says she's called a butterfly because she will go from one to another to another. So she's a member of multiple groups.
I
love this. I love this.
They're adults. They're adults elected to go there.
I love this.
Well, the guys who are helping to peel back the layers,
one looks like
are wearing many layers themselves right now.
Or the guy on the left is from ICE.
I believe that is Charlie Cotton and Jacob Wasserman. Gentlemen.
Gentlemen, you guys have done an amazing job this week. An amazing job. So I got to ask you, how eye-opening was it that you figured out the vibe of Capitol Hill in 1 week?
Look, this place is amazing. I'd never been here before, and it's like all the best celebrities, like all the big celebrities in one place at one time, and me and Jacob just charging around the place, making contacts, getting hooked up, and we ran into Sara Jacobs, and it's so interesting to hear that like Capitol is kind of like the movie Mean Girls, where everyone's got their set area where they're not assigned there, but socially they're supposed to go there. And so like being a butterfly, I think will probably be the best case scenario.
Yeah, the best part about this interaction though is right now we're standing outside the Capitol and it's freezing, but all the members of Congress and senators when it's cold like this, they just go on this underground subway, and she brought us on with her, and it's hilarious. You have to watch the full clip.
It's hilarious and not, because Charlie thinks there's actually a choo-choo on the train, and it's a dude behind her that's clowning him, and he has absolutely no idea.
That guy's a star. I love that guy wanted his TV moment. He'd been waiting all this time, and he finally got his moment.
So did you guys see that your Eric Swalwell interview
got picked up all over the place?
And on Twitter, there are Republicans who are saying, BS, you never work out at that gym. And then he starts schooling them saying, hey, my kids were playing basketball down in the gym, and then I let your kid come in and play one of mine, and they're having this Twitter
war.
More
high school.
Yeah.
Listen, I try to be a humble guy, but we have been the toast of the town. Since we've been here a couple days, like I have all these people reaching out to me now. They want to go on walks with us. Like we are here and we are making an impact.
Yes, people stop us on the street asking if we're the TMZ guys, for real.
That is true.
So here's the final.
And then what do they do after you say yes? That's the important
They ask
thing.
for our contact. They ask for our contact because they're
now
jealous.
you're doing a good job.
So here's the final thing. You know, Charlie, you're supposedly coming back to L.A. Not so fast. I would probably throw out the bathing suit, keep the coat, because
Cancel my return?
You may be sticking around there a bit, and you too,
Oh,
Jacob,
wow.
and you too,
Guys,
Jacob.
Listen, don't worry about it. The weather out here is not so
it's
good right
terrible.
now. You're better off just staying there.
It was so cold today.
Cold,
it was
cloudy.
It's like in the low 70s. You'd hate it.
Well, send me some of your long johns, Harvey, and I'll stay. All right.
Really? How do you think those are going to fit on you, Charlie?
Okay, enough.
Okay,
enough. Okay, guys, great job.
Great job,
really
guys.
great job.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Cheers, guys.
Well, now it's really feeling like this is a coordinated effort on the part of Kanye and his wife Bianca now speaking out. I mean, Kanye rarely talks, but he has been recently, and he's apologized, said that he really means it. He apologized for the anti-Semitic remarks. But now Bianca speaking out. I mean,
we've never heard Bianca speak, period.
We don't hear her speak. But now she did an interview with Vanity Fair. And again, this all does come with the backdrop of there's new music coming from Ye at some point. I believe next month is what the label said. So this is what she had to say about the anti-Semitism. She said, the fact that anti-Semitism is mainstream is terrifying. You have to think of other obsessions Kanye, has had, because this would have been one that was perceived as damaging. Obviously, it was damaging. But hasn't he also had extreme obsessions before?
I don't know that means he doesn't believe.
Defense.
It doesn't mean he doesn't believe it. It just means he's obsessed over the belief. That's what I don't
Speaking
get.
more about his mental illness.
No, I understand.
That he obsesses on things.
But when you say you obsess, you generally obsess over something that matters to you.
That matters to you.
Yeah, that's why I'm having trouble with that.
It's an odd part. She also talked about something that has plagued Kanye for a while, people believing that he has brainwashed her and that he is forcing her to wear these really revealing outfits, not the least of which you see there when she went to the Grammys.
Yeah, basically
completely
wearing
naked.
nothing,
Right.
wearing a, quote, invisible dress.
Right.
But she talked about all of that, saying basically that it's her body, her choice, and that it's art. She called it art and said that people just don't get it, but they will maybe years from now, kind of saying
So she's saying 100%, I'm the one choosing this. This
Yes.
is not Kanye dressing me, because
Yes.
that's been a thing that even when he was with Kim, people thought like,
But
he was.
It's sort of
people
improbable,
online-
isn't it, that Kanye West did not get involved in what she wears and doesn't? I mean, that's kind of what Kanye's gig is.
She doesn't really say that he's not involved, but that people don't get what they're doing and that what they're doing is art. So it seems like she's okay with whatever he decides for
Right.
her to wear or not to wear. But people online are like, hey, these are all just quotes. Is he the one telling you to say this to the interviewer?
Got it.
Hey, this is Flo from Cleveland. I just feel like Kanye and Bianca could be working together to just help repair his image. And you got music coming out, and I'm kind of confused in general. So I just think it could be.
If you're confused in general, join the crowd.
Yeah, so that's par for the course.
Coming up.
It is time for the Puppy Bowl.
Bigger than the Super Bowl.
That's the big game everybody's talking about.
Hi, Norma Jean.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Oh, look at
Monroe and Norma Jean. I get it. I get it.
Be right back.
This is my very favorite thing
We always
every
call
year.
it. We
The
always
whole
call
year.
it our favorite thing of the year.
It is.
Which it is. I'm guessing it's probably their favorite also, because any time you get less of us
So excited.
and more of puppies, how can you go wrong? It is time for the Puppy Bowl.
Bigger than the Super Bowl.
That's the big game everybody's talking about. Puppy Bowl 22 going down on Sunday on Discovery and TBS, HBO Max, True TV.
We have
If you
several
love-
guests, several of the guest stars.
Yes, we have some pups from the bowl.
I want these
paying
dogs.
us a visit. As well which
snorting.
Oh, really?
Do you hear the snorting?
Hi, Norma Jean.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Oh, look at
Monroe and Norma Jean. I get it. I get it.
Norma Jean. Get it? Hi there. Can I just say, so this dog is adorable. This dog is actually really heavy. No, this dog is actually really heavy. I don't know that I'm going to get through this segment.
I feel bad for our other guests because the referee, Dan Schachner, always gets upstaged by his co-stars here. But Dan, thanks for joining us again.
Dan, you couldn't have done like a little Ozempic before you came in? Well, this dog is heavy. It's really heavy.
You really want you want to put the dog on a GLP-1?
I love the dog, but it's, oh my God. Dan, okay,
Dan.
we are super excited. This, honest to God, our favorite time of the year.
Tell us about this year's game. What kind of action can we expect?
Oh, man, it is our biggest year ever, guys. We have 150 rescue dogs representing 72 shelters across the country, the Caribbean, Puerto Rico, Virgin Islands, and they're all competing for the Lombardi Trophy.
Oh,
And
the
you've got-
Lombardi Trophy. I love it.
So wait, you're going international with the dogs this year. Is that because of
Indeed,
Bad
yeah,
Bunny?
we got Miss Coco from the British Virgin Islands. And you guys have got 2 pups from Angel City Pits there in L.A., repping Team Rough and Team Fluff, and just an example of what we're going to see Sunday.
There's something so noble about the Puppy Bowl, what you're trying to do, and we talk about it every year, and my
to watch, but
rescues are my life.
Yeah, it's fun to
Same
watch,
here.
but it's even more fun to watch because you know that there's something really great that's coming out of this.
Exactly, guys. Like, look, I know we're all excited about Pats and Seahawks, but I'm gonna dare to say that pound for pound, we offer more drama, more
pound for
satisfaction,
pound.
more
No kidding.
joy than what you're gonna see in the human football game. We've got Team Rough and Team Fluff, and they're battling for, as we said, the MVP, the Underdog Award, the Lombardi Trophy. You're gonna see penalties, but the best thing of all, they're all winners because they all get adopted at the end of each and every Puppy Bowl. That's our mantra.
You're
It's been
gonna
the
find a
mantra since the
home.
beginning.
That's right. You're
I do
gonna
have a
find a
question,
home,
though.
Monroe.
Why'd you name this one Norma Jean instead of just Marilyn?
It should have just been Marilyn. I agree. We should have gone with the classic name. But,
Well, when
maybe
someone
there were-
adopts her, then they can go with that.
I will just say, whoever adopts Marilyn, you got to go to Gold's Gym at least 2 hours a day. Okay, this dog is like really heavy.
You're not heavy at all.
No, honestly, this dog is so heavy. I mean, really sweet, but it's heavy.
Definitely a lineman.
What are the odds? I mean, are there certain breeds that tend to do best in this thing?
Yeah, we always say that heart will beat ability or agility in Puppy Bowl. So you can have, it doesn't matter if a dog is speedy at the skills test or large in the skills test during our combine draft period. If they've got the heart and they want the ball, they're going to score no matter how big or small they are.
Do you want the ball, Monroe?
It's not a cop-out answer. There's dogs from all over. Any size will win. But to give you a little history, since you're asking about what puppy predictions might be ahead of us this year, last year, Team Fluff beat Team Rough in the final seconds at the 1-yard line.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So this year, Rough feels very much like, bad pun, the underdog, and they are really got a chip on their shoulder, and they want to win the victory. So my money, and again, a ref in getting involved in betting is not really a good look.
No.
But I will say, if you're pulling for anybody, Rough has a little bit more to prove this year, and I feel like they might want it more.
Okay, well, I love the Puppy Bowl. I love that we do this every year. It's honestly the best time, and what you guys do is so good. So thank you, and everybody's really looking forward to it.
Thanks, Harvey. Thanks, Charles.
Okay,
Great to see
before
you.
we break, hey, James, come over here. James, yo, come here. James goes to.
You do not curl this dog.
Here's the thing.
Do not curl this dog.
James goes to my gym, and I just need a cone of silence that you will tell no one I am absolutely sweating like a pig holding this dog because it's too heavy for me, please.
I beg you.
I
didn't see anything.
Exactly. That's a
but
good
they
answer.
do watch TMZ Live. So
Right.
That's a good answer.
Coming up.
If you're not cheering for Lindsey Vonn, you're not American.
Absolutely true.
I cannot understand this debate about whether or not she should be trying to go forward in the Olympics after the injury she suffered last week.
This is awesome.
Well, she had her test run, and she crushed it.
Be right back.
I'm not one for hyperbole, but I work with some people who are. I will tell you this. If you're not cheering for Lindsey Vonn, you're not American.
Absolutely true. This is
debate,
remarkable.
I do not believe this. I cannot understand this debate about whether or not she should be trying to go forward in the Olympics after the injury she suffered last week.
This is awesome.
Well, she had her test run and she crushed it.
She 11 out of 11.
No, that's the fall. Right.
11th out of what?
43.
43.
Out of 43 racers.
And this is after she ruptured her ACL.
Yeah.
It was
basically
critical.
skiing on one leg.
Yeah, it was. And
One
she,
knee.
by the way, in order to actually compete when it actually counts for the medal, she needed to complete this run, and the weather was bad, so it was a lot of pressure on her to get and get down the hill in one piece, and she did it.
It's amazing. And, you know, there's this thing that apparently she's had ACL problems before.
Yeah, well, see,
Yes,
nobody's.
she's
I
had-
don't think. Charles, I don't think anyone's rooting against her. I think there's skepticism that you could tear your ACL clean.
So people think it's fake. That's ridiculous.
They think she's exaggerating the injury.
Ridiculous.
Exaggerating.
Come
That's
on.
not me, but that's the criticism.
She has actually seen some of this criticism and responded on social media. She said, actually have taken 0 pain medications, 0, not even Tylenol.
Okay.
But
this is not helping. This is making it worse for her.
She's a badass.
She is a badass.
She's just a badass.
She is a badass.
Just a badass who's, by the way, has been injured so many times. If there's anyone who knows how to come back from an injury,
she's used to it.
It's
I
Lindsey
heard
Vonn.
I know we got to go. I heard a doctor talk about this. He said if you have knee injuries and problems already, that your body can overcompensate and you could actually then tear an ACL and still use the knee. And I think maybe that's what we have here.
Absolutely.
Go Lindsey. All right.
What else you guys want to talk about?
I'm Silver from Cincinnati, Ohio. Talking about the Savannah Guthrie situation. I think the kidnapping of her mother is terrible. And honestly, it shows the fact that we're living in a low-trust society, that people are going to have to be careful about what information's out there to prevent bad actors from taking advantage of it. I hope the authorities are able to find her mother and find whoever did this.
Yeah,
for sure. They seem to not have many clues right now. We will see. One more.
I'm Angie from Florida. I'll be talking about Congress and cliques. I am not surprised that Congress has a bunch of little cliques because usually people flock to whoever they have more interest in and share interests with. But I find it shocking that they're not actually doing their jobs. And it's like a lot of people, just like in that photos you can see. So yeah, that's really it.
Okay. Who's the coolest kid in Congress?
I don't know. I don't really know. I think they're probably all cool. They all
No. We can tell you
They're
for sure.
definitely not
They're
all
not
cool,
all cool.
but you're right that there are probably several who think they are the coolest kid in Congress.
Coming up.
Yesterday we had Glorilla's sister on, Scarface, and she was hot as fish grease.
Hot as fish grease.
Saying that Glorilla is not giving enough money to the family. She's left them all high and dry. And apparently Tory Lanez was watching.
Be right back.
Okay, we've got a little update for you here about Glorilla. Now, remember, yesterday we had Glorilla's sister on, Scarface, and she was hot as fish grease.
Hot as fish grease.
Saying that Glorilla is not giving enough money to the family. She's left them all high and dry.
And she was saying, we asked her, how much do you think she should give? And she shocked
The number
me.
was weird.
$2,500 a person?
I didn't know if she meant per week or what she wanted.
I think she meant, I just think she
wants
wanted $2,500.
So, not shockingly, we know we have a lot of viewers in prisons. And apparently, Tory Lanez was watching because Scarface posted the DM from Tory Lanez. It says, if you're actually blanked up and really tripping about $2,500, I'll send it to you, gang. I know how it feels to not have blank while needing it. Now, I hope God blesses you.
Now, check this out. He did it. Look at that.
$2,500 from prison.
He's got
Dude, he's still balling. He's in prison and he's
got
still
an
balling
account.
out.
I know.
His books are flush.
We will see you Monday. Have a good weekend.